With you, there was a study that was released at the American Psychology Association last fall. A researcher by the name of Robert Hogan, he did a study of adults in the workplace. He found that 75% of them said the worst aspect of their job, the most stressful aspect of their job, was their immediate boss. 75%. So to me, that indicates that there is a lot of opportunity for all of us as leaders to just make some tweaks in our behavior and to remove some of that unnecessary effort from the lives of our employees. It's really part of a larger issue, which is working in an unsupportive workplace. And you might be surprised how toxic unsupportive workplaces can be. Just last year, Tel Aviv University finished a 20-year study. They followed 1,000 workers, and they separated them into two categories. Some of them worked in supportive workplaces where there was a lot of collaboration and collegiality, and then the other bunch worked in unsupportive workplaces where there was a lot of friction and antagonism and backstabbing. Well, these researchers from Tel Aviv University, they found that the people who worked in the unsupportive workplaces, they were 2.5 times more likely to die during the 20-year study. So when you're unsupportive to your staff and your colleagues, it's not just an act of workplace incivility, you're actually killing your coworkers. And I know you don't want that on your conscience, so we're going to put a stop to that today by focusing on the things that leaders do. All of you have a very unique opportunity as a leader in this organization, because as a leader, you're always on stage. You might not realize this, you might not like it, but it's a fact of life. As a leader, you're always on stage. Every day in the workplace, you are like me right now. You're on stage, and everyone in the organization is scrutinizing your every move, every grimace, every eye roll, every hallway utterance. They're scrutinizing it to get a signal about what is important to you, what you value. And so this is a very unique opportunity as a leader, because people look up to you. They look at the position that you have ascended to, and they say, well, gee, whatever behavior, Pat's demonstrating, the company seems to reward that. So they're going to be more inclined to model it, not only with staff and colleagues, but even with customers. And this is the intersection with the customer experience, because how we treat each other influences how we treat our customers. People look to you and how you interact in the workplace for a signal around what right looks like, what the appropriate behaviors are. And let me give you an example of how this could go really right or how it could go really horribly wrong. Let's say all of you work in my organization, and I call this all-employee meeting here. And I'm really excited, I'm stoked, and I say, listen everybody, we're going to go out there and we're going to deliver a great effortless customer experience this year. Okay, you're with me? Wow, that was deafening. Now, here's the catch. Because I need to give you some specific behavioral pointers. So I also add this. I say, listen, here's one of the ways we're going to deliver an effortless experience. I want you to give our customers your undivided attention. Whenever you interact with a customer, whether it's on the phone, whether it's in your office, whether it's over a counter in a retail store, I want you to actively listen to what they say. I want you to be thoughtful in your response. I want you to make eye contact. I want you to give them your undivided attention. This is actually one of the behaviors that some of your areas are emphasizing, and it's really smart because these days, it's so rare that people give each other their undivided attention. Everybody's just glued to their smartphone. So when consumers see that, it's actually quite striking for them. So okay, our meeting ends, our all-employee meeting ends, and all of you go back to work the next day, I go back to work, and sir, your name is? Jerry. Okay, so Jerry, he's back at work, I'm back at work. I'm here at my desk, I'm typing out an email, and Jerry knocks on the door of my office. He pokes his head and he says, hey John, can I talk to you for a moment? I got something on my mind. And I look up and I say, oh, Jerry, yeah, absolutely, come on in. I'm listening, go ahead. I gotta bang out this email, I gotta get this out. But what's going on? I'm listening, what's up? What signal have I just sent to Jerry? Certainly I've sent him a signal that he is not important to me. But beyond that, have I not missed an opportunity to demonstrate for Jerry what it looks like to give someone your undivided attention? Rewind and replay that. So let's say I'm here in my office. I'm at my computer typing out the email. Jerry knocks on the door, pokes his head in, and says, "Hey, John, can I talk to you for a moment? I've got something on my mind." I look him in the eye, I say, "Jerry, absolutely. Come on in, sit down at the table." Walk away from the computer, I take my smartphone device, I put it on my desk so there's not going to be any distraction with that. I sit down with Jerry at the table, give him my undivided attention for 10 minutes. During that 10 minutes, it feels to Jerry like he is the only person in the world. What signal does that send to Jerry? Certainly that I value him, I care about him as a leader, I'm vested in his success, but beyond that, have I not used that opportunity to send a clear, unmistakable signal to Jerry and anyone else that he tells that story to about what right looks like in terms of giving people your undivided attention? This is the power that all of you have based on the perch that you inhabit. Now, I'll go a step further. I encourage you to think of yourself as a business, a mini enterprise, which isn't that far from the truth. If you think about it, you get inputs, you process them, and you create outputs. And in my view, the things that cultivate loyalty between a customer and a company are not all that different than the things that cultivate loyalty between an employee and a leader. Things like, are you responsive? Do you communicate clearly and transparently? Are you genuine and authentic? Do I feel better off after I have interacted with you than before?